Good morning. We are, for the first time, we will have a morning show here in Oklahoma City, all because of the urgent response we would like to make with the venerable, the very elegant lady of Manila. For me, the first lady of Quezon City, the #1 resident, I'm referring to Miss Ballsy Aquino. Ballsy, good morning. I am in Oklahoma City right now, and I heard from Facebook your urgent request to make Senator Bam Aquino re-elected once again, and we are responding very fast. So, why do we have to vote for Bam Aquino? Basically, it's all about his intelligence. Bam Aquino is considered one of the most intelligent ever graduates in the history of the Ateneo de Manila University, still the highest form of education you can get in the continental side of Asia. #2 is education. A lot of people are saying that the educational system is all wrong. Well, because it has been done by certain secretary of the Department of Education and its stupid undersecretary who made all of this nonsense about K-12 a reality. As my father would say, the essence of education focuses on as follows. #1, you have to be very fluent. Hindi naman kailangan English eh. Kung magaling kang mag-Tagalog, dapat magsalita ka ng magandang Tagalog, hindi yung Tagalog na bastos, Tagalog na magaspang, Tagalog na pangmaralita. Ang Tagalog ay napakaganda. Kung iaantas mo yan sa taas ng uri ng Tagalog ni Francisco Balagtas, yun ang tamang pananagalog. Same thing with the Visayan dialect, you know. It doesn't have to be coarse. It has to be the Garcia touch of Cebuano language, together with the accuracy, the greatness of the Osmeña language of Cebuano. And that's also true for other languages, like the Ilocano language. Napakaganda ng dialect yan, you know? But it has to be done very, very fluently. And it has to be done in the right grammatical fashion. Secondly, mathematics. You don't have to understand the entire complex side of mathematics, but you have to understand the fundamentals. You have to be a master in the basics, addition, subtraction, multiplication, understanding decimal points, which is the most important in the finance world of business, percentages converted into absolute numbers to explain very well what the business of business is all about. And thirdly would be the sciences. You have to understand the fundamentals of biology, chemistry, astronomy, engineering, electrical engineering, civil engineering, mechanical engineering. And I must say, in the world of business, going back, it's all about projections. If you're a master in statistics, then you will last and become very wealthy. Because it's all about projections. It's all about understanding trending analysis. So you have eloquence in speaking fluently in whatever dialect you want or in the English vernacular. You move on to what? Mathematics, the sciences, together with what I call a general understanding of the world. And that's where history comes, taking up a second language, and above all, understanding culture, the value of culture, the value of the Filipino culture, the value of the Mandarin culture, the value of the American culture, the value of the German European culture, the value of the British culture, the value of the Australian culture, the value of the African culture, the value of the Latin American culture, and that's it. You have to master that. At hindi po ako wala akong tinitignan ng mababang taon sapagkat siya'y nag-umpisa ng mahirap, Yun po ay kalokohan, no? That's all a lie. We are still in the fishing business in Bulacan. And most Bulacanos are cultured, very cultured. And they're not that rich at all, but they're very cultured. Same thing with Capiteños. Same thing with people in Cagayan. I lived in Region 1 for a year, and my mother is from Vigan, Ilocos Sur. So I don't know where all of these half-baked truths are coming about. And we want to move on to the topic of elections right now. That's why we need Aquino, because we want to properly educate the young. Because right now the young are very lethargic with too much computers. They do not have any initiative. What is initiative? Hindi mo na kailangan sabihin, gumalaw ka na kaagad, Initiative is everything in business. I can only mentor you so much, but if you are not going to act quickly, then all my mentoring is all worthless. It's all useless. If you are given an advice, you must act on that advice. If I tell you, you are now a lawyer, you are now an engineer, what you should do is to put up an office. What you should do is to get clients. What you should do is to talk about financial statements in order to have a pre-IPO of your business. You are the one that will make yourself a success, not me. I can only give you so much. And therefore, responding to the very beautiful, the very sexy Ballsy Aquino, the very intelligent Ballsy Aquino, which the last time I saw Ballsy was probably in at more than 25 years ago, I think. But anyway, Ballsy, the key in the victory of Aquino goes like this. He is very weak in the Visayas and Mindanao region, and therefore I would like to encourage the Aquino team to fly immediately to the Visayas region and campaign door to door, campaign in every public market, in every educational institution, in every movie house, in every mall. I would like to encourage 1 million to fly, and by the way, use Philippine Airlines. You might have a crash with another airline. Okay, use Philippine Airlines. and tell Lucio Tan to give you a good discount, because you have to fly there to make him win. Secondly would be to fly to Mindanao. There should be again a house-to-house campaign. Every public market, every public school, every private school, every medical institution, every single mall, would result into why they should vote for Bam Aquino as senator. Bam Aquino will improve the educational system, and when that is improved, people will become prosperous long term. People will be properly educated like Bam Aquino, who I think is a class valedictorian of the Ateneo de Manila University. And Bam Aquino is the senator that will help you. Totoo nung panahon ni Cory at nung panahon ni Noynoy Aquino, pareho naging presidente po yan, hindi po na tugunan ang inyong mga request. Not anymore. Ako ang collateral ni Bam. I have connections all over the world. Lahat ng mga nanira sa akin either patay na, mamamatay na, o magpapakamatay na. All the people that destroyed me in the Philippines are about to die, are about to commit suicide, or about to be eradicated. Okay, why? Because that's how in business. In business, you cannot, tell this and that. Hindi baklaan ito. Hindi ito nanonood ka ng sine. Hindi ka nanonood ng mga vice ganda. Ito, totoong buhay na ito. Pag nawala ang pera ng negosyante, wala ka na. That's why we in the business world are very particular about business plans, which is my forte. Right now, everybody in the whole United States of America is copying my new system of comprehensive planning system, business planning systems. Comprehensive business planning systems are based on directional setting planning systems. Hindi ka nanonood ng mga kalokohang sine sa Caloocan, hindi. Ito po ay tunay na buhay ito, no? And there is not a single business person out there that can tell me I lost money with Gavin Batista. In fact, we are now about to request Mary Gaisano to help BAM, sapagkat Mary and to the Gaisano family, I am committing manufacturing plants in the Visayas, in Mindanao, pag nanalo si BAM. Number two, we are going to help jobs of Filipinos who are professionals to fly to other parts of the world, not only in the United States, but in Canada, in the Middle East, where we're all wanted, Europe. Mahal na mahal na tayo ng mga Europeo. At bukod sa lahat, in Australia, in New Zealand, all over the world, we have it covered. In fact, I wanted to schedule already this video with economics in the United States, because I will be the one to solve this big problem of inflation we're having in America today. In fact, in Canada, I bumped into the group of Mario Draghi, who is, Mario Draghi was the former central bank governor of the European Union and is considered the greatest central banker in the history of Europe. And therefore, sa lahat ng boboto kay Bam Aquino, siguradong may trabaho ka, tutulungan ka namin bakit wala kang trabaho, at tutulungan namin ang negosyo katulad ni Mary Gaisano ng Gaisano Malls or Gaisano Retail. So to the Gaisano group, I am urging you, I am requesting you, in the name of the progress of the Gaisano retail empire, to help Bam Aquino win in the Visayas and Mindanao. Because what I'm going to develop in the economy of ang aking pakay po sa video ito, I am now translating it to the Filipino vernacular to all my American viewers, is because we are campaigning for the great Senator Bam Aquino, who is his uncle is, in my opinion, the greatest Filipino national hero. The greatest Filipino national hero by the name of Senator Benigno Ninoy Aquino Jr. For me, fondly called as Ninoy. For me, I think Ninoy Aquino is higher than Rizal, higher than Bonifacio. Why? Because the Philippines was already in the garbage can. The Philippines was already an Uganda. The Philippines was already a Sudan, you know. But because of the blood, that's why I'm wearing a red tie. In honor of Senator Ninoy Aquino, I'm wearing a red tie. Red represents the blood he offered to the Filipino Republic, to the Filipino nation at large. It's true, nagka-problema sa panahon ni Cory sapagkat wala nang ang pera nga ho eh. Ubus na eh. Anong ubus? Talagang negative, ano? Sa panahon ni Noynoy, it's very clear that sa unang tingin parang hindi nyo dadama ang prosperidad. Pero kung ikukumpara nyo si Noynoy Aquino's economic performance, even Gloria Macapagal-Arroyo agrees on that. Gloria said Aquino was one of the greatest presidents of all time. Nanggaling sa bibig niya. At sinasabi ko sa inyo, si Senator Benigno Servillano, fondly called as Ninoy Aquino, is the greatest statesman in the history of Asia. You know, when he died, mismong the greatest, in fact, he's now considered number one in the world in terms of economic miracles. I'm referring to Singaporean Prime Minister Lee Kuan Yew. And he said, partially, if I may say, he gave $8 billion. Pinautang niya ang Pilipinas ng $8 billion, primarily, if I may say, because of Ninoy Aquino. But he also said that, I don't think I'm going to get my $8 billion back. Ang sabi po ni Lee Kuan Yew sa mga Pilipino, nung panahon, sapagkat umuutang ko tayo, yung aking $8 billion, ang sabi ni Lee Kuan Yew, my $8 billion will be gone. Because Filipino government officials are known for being stealers. Like what happened to Bente Rosario. The reason why the current administration of President Bongbong Marcos is going down by the day is because, again, the family of Bente Rosario. Andito, araw-araw, kinakatok ako ni Grace de Rosario. Yung mga galamay niya. Through my wife, Nancy Tubujan Uy Bautista. Araw-araw yan. Kumakatok. Grace de Rosario. extorting information from my wife, Nancy Tubujan Oy Bautista. And therefore, I'd like to say to Ballsy Aquino, here is the quick rundown. In Metro Manila, we can make Bob Aquino win by 9.5 million votes. In Luzon, we can make Bob Aquino win by another 9.5 or more million votes. In the Visayas, 6 million, and in Mindanao, 4 million. I repeat, Luzon, 9.5 million or more. Metro Manila, more than 9.5 million. Visayas, 6 million, and Mindanao, 4 million. That's about 29 million votes. We are going to make Ballsy, the very intelligent, beautiful, sexy Ballsy Aquino. Kaya nating matamo ang 29 million votes para kay Bob Aquino. And there are two basic strategies to all the voters in the Philippines to fly immediately tomorrow morning to the entire Visayas region and knock on doors. Organize yourselves. This is going to be another Ninoy Aquino vote. A vote for Bob Aquino is a vote for the greatest Filipino national hero in the history of the Philippines. I'm referring to Senator, the one and only Senator Ninoy Aquino. Fly immediately to the Mindanao areas. Do a non-stop door knocking in all the houses, in all the squatters, in all the malls, in all the movie houses, in all the public markets, in all the educational systems, in all the hospitals. For Ninoy Aquino! For Ninoy Aquino! A vote for Bob Aquino is a vote for Ninoy Aquino! And therefore I say to you, ladies and gentlemen, the professional side of the Filipino populace. Totoo, kung panahon ni Cory, hindi mo nadama yung kwarta sa pitaka mo. Hindi mo nadama yung PhilHealth na winasak ni Attorney Padilla. Totoo yun, kumumpisa kay Cory, no? Si Attorney Padilla. Pero ako na ang collateral dyan. Ako na ang magmamando sa tinatawag kong Ninoy Aquino Health Insurance System. Ako na. And nung panahon ni President Noynoy Aquino, ako ay tinira nung grupo niya. Okay? Ni USEC, Undersecretary ng Education. At tinira rin ako nung grupo nung ES niya, Executive Secretary. But kalimutan muna natin yun, no? Let's forget about it for the meantime, you know? At ang sabi ko nga kay Ballsy right now, is you have to eliminate, get out, this criminal by the name of Ramon P. Abellada, who destroyed Noynoy Aquino, who destroyed Cory Aquino. And therefore, I would like to request Ballsy, okay, that we organize ourselves immediately to achieve the 29 million votes for Senator Bam Aquino. And to Bam Aquino, Senator, all you have to do is give me a call. I am on Viber at 405-503-8511, or you can hit me with an email at superdeals1494@gmail.com, or you can hit me with another email kasi alam mo, Senator Bam Aquino, ako po ay parating nahahack. So I have so many email addresses, and my other email address is midwestern91@gmail.com. Midwestern91@gmail.com, and the other email is superdeals1494@gmail.com. Because without my support, I do not think you can make it. To be very honest with it. To be very honest with this particular video. Why? Because sigurado magkakadaya na naman yan. 100%. 100%. I hope it's not going to be massive cheating. But dadayain ka sigurado yan sa Visayas, Mindanao. So you have to be very, very vigilant. And the most important thing is the 1 million barnstorming supporters of Senator Bam Aquino. Because what is at stake here really is this. Ladies and gentlemen, if Bam Aquino will lose, China will attack us. If Bam Aquino will lose, the tomorrow of the Philippines is gone. If Bam Aquino will lose, we will have a generation of uneducated losers. If Bam Aquino will lose, wala na naman yung PhilHealth na yan. PhilHealth is, oh my God, what, 15,000 pesos? What is, para ba nagawa ng PhilHealth? Bumili ng kortal, bumili ng konting sedative. What can 15,000 pesos do? Okay? At sabi nung kabila, at least meron kang 15,000 pesos. Gusto mo ba ng ganon? At ako nagsasabi ako ng totoo sa inyo. Si Padilla sumira niyan. Okay? Ayan, bata ni Cory yan. Okay, so, I'm not playing politics here. I'm all, talking based on facts. Siyang sumira ng PhilHealth. PhilHealth is no health. It is stupid health. At pagkatapos niyan, yung grupo ni Eduardo Del Rosario na nakawin pa ngayon. So, yung 15,000, magiging what? 1,000, 5,000 na lang. Pesos, ha? Pesos. Hindi dollars ito, ha? And there is not a billionaire, ladies and gentlemen. There is not a billionaire in the Philippines who is not here in Oklahoma right now. All the billionaires of the Philippines are in Oklahoma right now. Why? Because of Gavin Bautista. Ang sabi nga ng tatay ko, the most important in life, in business, is what? Credibility. They are here because I made them rich. Because the formulas I provided from 1982 to 2025 is simply perfect. Walang naging mahirap, walang nawala ng pera, walang nalustay ng pera, walang niloko, puro tama, puro may pera, puro agos ng pera. The money was just tremendous for these billionaires. All because of That's why, ladies and gentlemen, I am telling you right now, the Philippines is in a dire situation. China is about to attack us. And the only way that this can be stopped is through Senator Bam Aquino. Together with the entire support system, global support system of Gavin Batista sa Estados Unidos, sa Europa, at sa Asia. I have enough connections to fulfill the promise I did with Cory Aquino. But ako po ay siko, hindi ko na babanggitin ho yung pangalan kasi baka ma-aksidente na naman ako. I might have another car accident when I leave this particular home studio. $140 billion supported basically by the Japanese. And we had a pending $180 billion in other parts of the world. That was, ladies and gentlemen, in 1986, 87, 88. And we can do this, Senator Bam, tomorrow morning. If you are going to elect Senator Bam Aquino. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you have any questions, again, my email address is midwestern91@gmail.com. CC it, furnish copy it with superdeals1494@gmail.com. And my Viber number is 405-503-8511. And to Senator Bam Aquino, I say to you this. I guarantee you you'll win if you follow what I just told you. And to make sure that you will win 100%, my Viber number again is 405-503-8511. Because we have the bases covered, Senator Bam Aquino. We have all the bases covered. Alam na namin kung saan nandayan. You know, it's so clear in our plans where the cheating will occur and what we can do to counter the cheating offensive. And we can do this fast. The elections is on May 12, 2025, and it still can be done. And to Ballsy Aquino, I hope I have made your day, because it is true, it is very true, that Senator Ninoy Aquino is already in heaven. But it is not true that he is dead in my heart and to the hearts of the 110 million Filipinos, even though they are voting for this candidate or that candidate. Your father will live in the hearts, the minds, and the very soul of every single Filipino. And forever, forever, we shall be indebted to you and your family. And as I said, I wear this red tie to symbolize the more than 100,000 gallons of blood shed forth by your father, by the great senator, by the #1 national hero of the Philippines, none other than Senator Ninoy Aquino. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I will see you next time. And again, put a like on this video. And if you have any questions at the Prosperity Channel, we are the only channel in the world that will address your question within 72 hours if you are in another land. And if you're in the United States or North America, we will respond within 24 to 48 hours. That's at 405-503-8511. And my email address would be superdeals1494@gmail.com. And my other email address, if you could CC it to midwestern91@gmail.com. Have a Ninoy Aquino prosperous day to all the Filipinos.